Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading for October 8th through the 14th. We are using the Good Tarot by Charlotte Baron Reed. We do have the Venus retrograde in Scorpio and Libra happening this week. So you guys are Capricorn, so you may not be feeling it as heavy, but we'll see what's coming up here in the cards for you all for the week ahead. Okay, Capricorn? So let's look into Monday, Tuesday for Capricorn. Monday, Tuesday. All right. Wednesday, Thursday. There's your Wednesday, Thursday. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then one card for love, of course. A card for love. What we need to know about love for this week for our Capricorn friends. I also have a love reading for the month of October. So if you want like more love focus, check out the October Capricorn love reading after this video if you haven't already. So your Monday, Tuesday Capricorn, you've got Six of Earth, and this is an awesome card. Especially those of you who've been focused on money or have had like wanting to make progress in money. Six of Earth, some of you are receiving good news. It could be where you're getting a really positive evaluation from an employer. You may be getting news of a potential raise headed your way. Some of you are actually being granted a raise. But it's definitely, Six of Earth is like having money coming in, that maybe more money is coming in than going out. So you're able to save, you're able to catch up on debts, you're able to give to those less fortunate, maybe even do a little bit of charity work or offer money to a charity. But it's definitely being in an energy of having more and being able to do more with it. So for some of you Capricorns, you're definitely coming into an easier time financially. However, the Earth cards, in this deck is what we call in other cards pentacles or coins. And so you will see the little discs here. And so they're supposed to be like, money. But money is just actually a measure of energy. So maybe for some of you, it's not necessarily coming in a financial way. Maybe for some of you, it's coming in an energetic way. So you may be noticing that people are being nicer to you. You may be noticing that your relationships are becoming less one-sided. Maybe in the past, you have always felt like you're the one putting all the energy into the relationships, whether they're romantic or family or friendship or whatever. But you might start feeling like, wow, I'm finally getting some effort back. And that's because you're clearing some blocks. So give yourself a pat on your back, whether you have this coming in terms of money or if you have it coming in terms of like your relationships improving. Either way, you have done something that has opened up your heart to receive, and you need to celebrate that. You need to give yourself a pat on the back for that, Capricorn. So let's check out the card for Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so Wednesday, Thursday, we've got temptation. Ooh. So temptation could be, some of it could be that as things are getting better for some of you, there could be a temptation to maybe self-sabotage or to shoot yourself in the foot or to push something away. Some of you are doing really well right now, getting your life in order, getting things on track. So you might be tempted to maybe go back to old habits or begin looking for distractions. Because one of the things that happens when we start coming into growth and making progress is that we begin to have some uncomfortableness, some anxiety, right? So we may be very tempted to numb ourselves or to find ways of distracting ourselves because the work that we're doing maybe has felt a little bit like, oh my goodness, like this is very unfamiliar territory. So it may be tempting to try to find something to hide in, but you're going to have to try to avoid that. For some of you guys, Scorpio, I said Scorpio. I did not mean Scorpio. I mean Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. I know people are going to comment and they're going to say, what is this? Who is this reading for? This reading is for Capricorn. I have corrected it. So please, please, please relax. I was just thinking of another scenario that popped up in my head. But what I want you to know, Capricorn, is that with this temptation that you have coming up, some of you are really, really, really getting very, very connected with your heart desires, okay? One of the things about the Venus retrograde that's coming in, it's really began to come at a time for a lot of you Capricorns where you're just on this cusp of having really big dreams and really big ideas about reaching your full potential. Okay, a lot of you are already in this energy of I could have better in my life, and you've already been reevaluating how to go about doing this. You've already been thinking in your mind what changes you can make, what steps that you can take. But as you're moving forward, some of you are getting very, very connected here with your deepest heart's desires, right? So for some of you, this can feel a little discouraging because you might be like, okay, well, I'm making progress, but can I really have those things? Can I really have the things that my heart desires most? And this could come in like this negative ego and saying, oh, well, you're never going to have that, or you're never going to get to that level. And that may be discouraging because with the Capricorn can be a perfectionist. And you might feel like, okay, well, fine, career is going great, but maybe my love life's never going to go great, and then just forget it. What's the point? So you kind of coil back into that ball and that ball of self-defeat and sadness, but you're giving up before anything has even happened or before anything has gone wrong. So as you're coming into this heart energy and to might be kind of seduced by these things ahead of you that you want, you need to move forward having the faith and knowing that you are going to have what you need, right? And you don't have to put too much importance on money. I think maybe some of you are feeling like I'm never going to have a happy life, or I'm never going to have a happy relationship until I have X amount of salary or income or savings, or I own a house, or this or this or that. Don't let those thoughts come in and lie to you. Don't let those thoughts come in and discourage you. You are worthy of love now as is, however you are in this situation. We're children of God. We are worthy of unconditional love regardless. It's not about how much money you make. It's not about what you look like. It's not about where you live. It's not about if you have a job or you don't have a job. It's not about if you have, what kind of job. It's all about on a person level, you're worthy of it now, okay? So that what you need is coming to you. A lot of you are really coming into these plans and your self-worth and your career, but you're going to have to make some decisions here. You're going to have to make some decisions because the thing about temptation sometimes is it helps us realize what we do want that we don't have, right? So this may cause you to reevaluate your life and how you want to move forward. In terms of career, what things about your career is it worth it for you to invest in? Because a lot of you are hung up on that money. What's worth it, what's not worth it, how you're going to move forward, and how you are doing more with the talents and the skills and the resources that you have. So some of you are making some decisions about how you're approaching your career as you're moving forward to attaining your personal goals in your life. So your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is 5 of Earth. And it's very, very funny to me that this came up right here. And this is the psychic thing because I said Scorpio, right? And I corrected myself. Something in here made me think of the Scorpio reading, and that's why I said Scorpio. And then you got this card here, which is the same exact card that they got for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it would not surprise me if some of you are going through a situation. It would not surprise me if some of you Capricorns are dealing with a Scorpio, or if you have that in your birth chart somewhere. So some of you, you're having this 5 of Earth energy, and there may be a Scorpio coming up helping you out through it. Because what 5 of Earth is basically there's this really massive transition. It's pushing you out of your comfort zone. You may be a little worried about money as a result of it. And sometimes this can come through. 5 of Earth. This is not going to be for every single one of you Capricorns, so I don't want you to panic. I don't want you to freak out. But sometimes it can be like losing a job, or if you're self-employed, maybe there's not a whole lot of money coming in, or there isn't just quite enough just yet. So it could be fears about money in general, or maybe there's things in your life that you need and you have a job. Maybe your job is really stable, but you're not making quite what you need to make just yet, and you have fears or you have worries, and you're kind of going and being pushed into another direction. Maybe you're being pushed to move. Maybe you're being pushed to leave a job. Maybe you're being pushed to start a business. But you're like, but how? How am I going to do this? How am I going to have the money? And you're kind of just going out into the unknown. It in some ways feels like you're going out into the cold, because you're leaving your comfort zone. You're leaving the little bubble you've been in for so long, and it can feel uncomfortable. But the beautiful thing about 5 of Earth is, even though it's kind of this uncertain journey where like you're not sure about money, you're not sure about where you're going to end up, you're not sure about the physicalities of your life, you begin to really realize who's there for you, and you begin to really realize who has your back. And for some of you, I do think this is going to be a Scorpio, because there's some parallels here between this reading and theirs. And so I think that some of you have someone who is going through something very similar to you right now. They might not be going through it the same exact way you are, but they may be dealing with a lot of the same challenges and parts of growth. And so you all may be encouraging one another. You may have each other's back through this transition. You're helping them through their transition. They're helping you through your transition. But regardless of whatever it is, regardless of whatever sign this other person is, and regardless of whatever sign you have in your moon sign and rising sign, you can't expect with 5 of Earth that all of a sudden you're having people come up and help you. You're having people step up and help you. You're having people, and I don't mean like tons of people, but like maybe a person or persons, where you're really beginning to realize who has your back, who cares, who's there for you. And that's a gift in itself, right? And that's when you begin cultivating the type of relationships that make you ready for like a really solid soulmate or really solid life partner, because you're getting more comfortable with that intimacy, that emotional intimacy, that emotional connection for somebody who's going to be with you through the thick and thin. Right? We think we want it, but then think about it. When somebody steps up and tries to help you or tries to do things for you, it can be very uncomfortable sometimes. We say we want it, we say we're looking for it, but if somebody came up and started to try to help you with certain things, it might feel weird to let them in. So some of you are having this transition and this change to bring you into the new energy, and you're getting used to going through life with somebody who's stepping in as a partner. For some of you, it will be a lover or a romantic partner. For some of you, it's more somebody coming in and helping you open up emotionally so that you can later be ready for the right romantic partner, your life partner. I'm starting. Not talking about like just somebody that you're going to be with for a couple of months or a couple of years. I'm talking about your person for life. So that's what's happening here with this energy. Another really interesting thing I want to bring to your attention, Capricorn, is the fact that if we look at the cards so far, 2 out of the 3 have been Earth cards. And even though this is a temptation card, temptation can do with earthly and physical desires. So I think Capricorn this week for a lot of you is going to be really about your body. Your body, your physical needs, your material needs, and coming into allowing yourself to feel that you're allowed to have these desires. For a lot of you, you're coming out of the and you are an earth sign in general, but you're coming out of any kind of anxiety, you're coming out of any kind of worry, and this week you're beginning to live in the moment, and you're beginning to just realize what's happening around you. You're connecting. Some of you may be spending more time in nature. Some of you may be feeling more need to be around the element of earth, whether it be being near the mountains or being near trees or, whatever it might be. Some of you are feeling a need to be, or maybe just enjoying the fall season as it's coming in, like maybe being more aware of that and the changes that the earth is experiencing, and that might be very inspiring for some of you. But you're coming into that grounded, stable earth energy. Your love card for the week, even though we said all this stuff about earth, you got 5 of air. Five of air has to do with conflict. So some of you are going to have conflict in your love life. Some of you are going to have a disagreement. Some of you might be having a disagreement with an old partner. Some of you might be tempted to reach out to an old partner and let them have it because you may be realizing things that weren't okay or weren't right. Because that's one of the things that's happening with the Venus retrograde energy, is a lot of us are coming into this sense of looking into like what we're worth, you know, like what's worth our time, which friends are worth our time, which friends aren't worth our time, you know, coming into that sense of like loyalty and fairness. So maybe some of you are just really wanting to call somebody up and let them have it. Maybe some of you are currently in a relationship and things haven't really been very fair in this relationship. And maybe you feel like you're giving more than what you're getting. Because we talked about this in this card, right? So we talked about how in the week it might be where that's balancing out and you're receiving, not just giving. But this receiving may come after some kind of disagreement. Or you're approaching somebody. There's conflict here. There's confronting someone, confrontation about something. With five of air, you need to be careful because you have every right to be upset. When five of air comes up, you have every right to be upset. But you have to be careful how you're approaching the situation, because since you are upset and you have a right to be upset, you might be very tempted to really like just let the other person have it. You may be tempted to just annihilate them, you know, not literally, figuratively speaking. And you may be in the right and you may have all of the evidence and the data that you need to do it, right? Like some really like intense, dramatic, like closing argument, attorney, courtroom, like TV scene, movie scene. You may have everything you need to just bam, there it is, you jerk in your face, right? But you're really going to have to think about this, because if you approach it in this way, even though you're right and even though you're going to win the argument, you may win the argument at the expense of ever being able to salvage the relationship again. So if you're done, if you're ready to burn this bridge and you're like, I don't even care, then by all means, you can go ahead and you can do that. But if you're going to look back later and say, man, like I wish that we could have remained friends, or I wish we could have worked things out, then you're really going to have to take that into consideration when you are confronting this person, right? Or maybe some of you, maybe someone's confronting you and they're telling you that you haven't been fair and you're like, what in the hell? I haven't been unfair? Like you just maybe want to let them have it and tell them all the ways in which maybe like they've been mooching or they've been freeloading or they haven't been trying, and you just maybe want to like let them have it in their face. So you're going to have to find a different way of saying that. You're going to have to find a way of standing up for yourself that's not going to completely and totally make this other person feel like an absolute worthless moron. Because that might not even be your intention, but you're so upset and you have so much evidence on your side and you have so many things that you could say that if you were just like bam, 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 let it all out, this person's going to feel like crap, right? And they're not going to be able to face you. And they're going to be like, wow, you made me feel like such a piece of crap. I don't want to be around you ever again. So that's something that you're really going to have to consider as you're approaching the situation. And for some of you, maybe you don't want to see this person again. Maybe you really are done, right? And you just want to like stand up for yourself. But even then, in that case, like, you know, go easy on them to an extent. I mean, just because you can really make somebody look stupid doesn't mean that you have to, you know? So it's just something to think about, Capricorn. Let's take a look at your spirit message for the week, your soul homework, what your angels and guides are wanting you to work on. So what I want you all to do is get comfortable and relaxed, be open to this message, and see what the angels and guides want you to work on for this week ahead for Capricorn for October 8th through 14. I'm using the Lou Ellen Tarot. And check out your moon sign and rising sign, you guys. Some weeks that resonates more. Check out the pick a card readings. Some weeks that resonates more. And again, you have Page of Swords. and it totally aligns with this. 5 of air, which in traditional tarot would be 5 of swords, page of swords. Anytime the swords come up, in my opinion, it can be that there's a chance for some kind of confrontation, right? So I think, Capricorn, your lesson for this week is going to be standing up for yourself, okay? And making decisions, making choices that are going to be good for you, right? Page of Swords has a lot to do with intellect, has a lot to do with thinking. It could be that you're taking on some new project or new aspect of your life, and you're beginning to think about how to move forward. So you're getting into the very logical, clear thinking, where you're leaving behind the anxiety, you're leaving behind the worry, and you're really thinking, how can I bring this into the physical realm? How can I create this? How can I make this happen in real time, in real life? So as a part of that, you're going to be noticing what's standing in your way. You're going to be noticing what the blocks are. And you're going to be very, very ready and determined to cut those blocks away. I think any of you who are seeing a person or situation that is standing in the way of you and your progress and your dreams, you're going to be ready to let that person or situation go. But again, how you're approaching it is very, very important. So there is a life lesson in here for you to stand up for yourself. There is a life lesson in here for you to cut out unnecessary situations or people or things, or cut attachments to certain places or things, and to go in this new direction. But try to do it from a place of love, and try to do it from a place of calmness. And even if you're walking away from a situation that has been bad, don't do it in a way where you're looking back in anger. Like, it makes me think of this song, Don't Look Back in Anger. Like, that title, it just popped up in my head. Like, don't go into your new situation, don't go into your new goal, don't go into your new life with anger. Okay, so whatever it is that you're cutting cords and ties with, whatever it is that you're confronting, however you're moving past it, move forward in love. Move forward in love for yourself, that I'm going to go do something very loving for myself, and go in that vibration of love and not in that vibration of anger. Like, you jerk faces, screw you, forget you, I'm out of here, I don't need you. You don't want to go forward with that energy, because you don't want to bring resentment into your new life and into your new path, okay? So all in how you're viewing things, all in how you're thinking and how you're looking at things. Again, check out your moon sign and rising sign. You may need a personal private reading. I am more than happy to give you a private reading. If that's the case, you can email me at AmethystAngelLight@gmail.com, or message me on Facebook or Instagram, AmethystAngelLight. Check out the list in the description, guys. I have everything listed in there. The different readings I offer, the different prices for the readings. More than happy to do that for you guys. So let me know if I can help you in that way. And check out the social media, Amethyst Angel Light, and Facebook. I do a free card there every single day. Every day I post a free card. Every day I post a free pick a card. A lot of people have been having good luck with that. Check out the pick a card readings I've been posting. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, guys, subscribe, hit notification, and when new videos come up, you will be notified. And I post every week, and I try to post more than once a week, so there will be a pick a card maybe hopefully soon every week, but worst case scenario every 2 weeks. But then when you get the notification, it'll let you know when the pick a cards are up. These are up every single week. The pick a cards I'm going to try to do more frequently. And then the love readings are once a month. So if you want to check out the Capricorn love reading for October, that's already ready for you to take a look at. Thank you so much, guys, for letting me be part of your journey. Reach out. Let me know if you need a personal reading. And hopefully you all won't be strangers, and I'll see you around on social media in between the videos. Take care.